tes. Nah, guys. Mic Leo. Oke. Tes. Jing bisa nolak stream dadakan. Sabar sih speednya. Speed. Mana. La. 6,8 cukup lah lagu.
We all know how janky some game maker tools are. I'm gonna be on the sandbox. Build the.
I'm headed straight for the floor. I'm headed straight for the floor.
Tes.
The alcohol served its tour.
Tes.
And it's headed straight for my skin, leaving me daft and dim. I've got this shake in my legs, shaking the thoughts from my head.
Video fast.
Who put these waves
format
in the door? I cracking out, I pour.
Jing tangan Q nya.
Mr. Loverman, and I miss my Loverman. I'm Mr. Loverman, oh, and I miss my lover. The ways in which you talk to me.
Kamera babe, let's go kamera babe. Jadi sebenarnya mah warnanya kulit aing sempurna pisan warnanya ngan sesarua nangkep ieu na nangkep warnana hese nangkep kamerana dari ieu non cahayana sakurang tinggal anjing bingung aing ge kayaknya tinggalnya itu tapi bisa digiekeun sih itu ya jika ya ini ya jing prem tolong anjing tapi cahaya lu dapat cahayana burik siat tai burik anjing you white tuh nangkap warna kurang bray gimana caranya anjing deket-deketin jadi niga ieu tolol mun hayang warna leuwih cerah juga tadi kan sebenarnya ka lensa super wide tolong tricep siat tai tinggal ngeprem ya aing layar aing tai ya pakai babi ya ngebak anjing itu guys pakai pencahayaan sia tingnas kamerana mung nangkep anjing kalam iya non sing karena webcamnya rada gelo. Jing goblok banget. Katanya kumaha di anjing parem. Lieur mang lieur Asia lieur aing ge ya mikiran aku mah ya. Ningali aing ya susah payah anjing. Terdapat si tai mah. Gua buket goreng buket mana tak goreng tai. Sat bangsat. Anjing kamera bangsat anjing. Kalem aing tinggal lah. GoPro webcam. Mr. Loverman. Masuk ya. Barusan talk to me. Have me wishing I were gone. The ways that you say my name have me running on and on. Preference. Oh, I'm cramping up, I'm cramping up. But you're cracking up, you're cracking up. I'm Mr. Loverman, and I miss my Loverman. Ah tuh anjing liur sat kalau phone webcam tai. Masih liur aing. Ah, Jik, taluk. Ah. Pala anjing. Gara main lensa anjing gak jelas. Bajingan. I'm headed straight for the floor. The alcohol served its tour, and it's headed straight for my skin, leaving me daft and dim. I've got this shake in my legs, shaking the thoughts from my head.
probably clicked on this video to see what it would look like as a webcam, and guess what? That's what it is right now. This is the GoPro Hero 9 webcam. I'll get more into it in a second. I do have a couple cool GoPro videos coming out, including a 1080 stream so that you can see what it looks like. So make sure you click the subscribe button and ding the bell so that you get a notification when I do go live. All right, so to start this off, it actually was very frustrating at first because I opened up the GoPro and realized there is no HDMI output. And I usually do have these like little, I have the cheap ones and I have the Camlink, and I was hoping to do that, and it was so frustrating. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll plug the USB-C into the computer and see if that works. And it was just like not really showing. It was just showing that it was connected, but it wasn't doing anything. So basically I thought I had to buy the GoPro Hero 9 Media Mod to make it work, because it does have HDMI out for that. Yeah, so I was doing a bunch of searches and I watched a bunch of videos. It was very annoying. I got to the point where I almost returned this thing because it was so frustrating. Everyone's saying, you gotta buy the Media Mod, you gotta buy the Media Mod. So in the GoPro community, it's like how to use your GoPro as a webcam. Apparently there was an update to the 8, and so that's how it works. So you have to download this app that's GoPro Top. Within the software, you could change it from wide, narrow, and linear. So that's the wide. You can see a little bit more 1080, but it's still, because I thought it's working right through USB-C. USB kind of get an idea of what each to connect it. So I set this up so that I have several GoPros so that you can kind of get an idea of what each one looks like. The GoPro Hero 7, I noticed with the HDMI out, sometimes has trouble. Look at that, it's delayed a bit. So, and it's also boosting a crazy amount of color. If you want to see the GoPro Hero 9 side by side with the GoPro Hero 3, it is a night and day difference with quality. Let me just show you side by side of the GoPro Hero 9 and my A6500. A6500 is usually what I use to stream. Way more expensive camera, and I go out through the HDMI, but you can see here is the GoPro Hero 9, here is the A6500, GoPro Hero A6500, GoPro Hero 3 up there at the top. And by the way, this is all being recorded on Mimo Live, so this is like a 1080 output. Webcams. Thumbs up button and yeah, in a couple day time.
Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Use your GoPro as a webcam. The first way is to use a USB Type-C cable and connect it to your computer and load up the webcam utility. The second method is a little bit more complicated. It actually requires a little bit more hardware, such as a media mod, HDMI cable, and a HDMI capture device, a video capture device. So I'm not going to be talking about that in this video here. If you want me to make a video about that, make sure to comment in the section down below. Now, with all that said, all you need to do is go to the GoPro website and download the GoPro webcam utility. I'll make sure to link it in the description down below for your convenience as well. Once you install it, it'll run in the background and it'll activate whenever you plug a GoPro into your computer. The webcam utility to update your GoPro firmware to the latest version. Otherwise, the webcam utility may complain about it and you'll have to do it anyway. From here, all you need to do is connect the USB Type-C cable directly into the GoPro and turn the GoPro on if it doesn't automatically turn on by itself. Now, once everything's connected and the GoPro shows a little USB icon on the front, you can go down into the bottom here. This is in the taskbar. You have a little icon that's the webcam utility that you just installed. If you get that one little click, you have three options: preferences, preview, and lens mode. The preferences give you some options to play around with. Preview brings up a little screen where you can see a preview of what you see on the camera, and the lens mode, once you have the preview pulled up, you can change from wide to narrow to linear. Basically the three different modes that you have default on your GoPro. Now, if you're doing streaming or you have OBS, you know how OBS works, you can pull up OBS and point it to the GoPro as a capture device. You can see here I am recording this session and it works just fine. to change, you can change the lens mode on the fly. So I'm currently on wide right here, and you can see it is stupid wide. One of the main reasons why you would use a GoPro is because it is super wide, and it's much wider than what most webcams can do and what cameras can do. So this is pretty interesting. In fact, you can see here the GoPro is sitting behind the camera, behind the monitor, and you can see the curvature of the monitor, and you can see what's on the laptop as well, captured from the GoPro here. So it's pretty extreme. But you can see this is the quality of the GoPro. It's decent quality. It's not amazing like a standalone, camera or whatever, but for a GoPro that you may have laying around not being used, or if you've always wanted to get a GoPro and have an excuse to get a GoPro, now you can use the excuse of using it as a webcam as well. So there's that. To show you the other modes here, if I go to linear mode, it will shrink down to something a little bit more manageable. Even still, linear is still pretty wide, because you can see, this is still actually stupidly wide. And if I drop it down one more to narrow, narrow is kind of what you expect as a regular webcam, field of view here. This is still a lot very useful field of view. What you will notice is that as you shrink down into more and more narrow, you're cropping in, and the quality of it is starting to degrade a little bit. The best quality, of course, is to use the entire sensor with the full wide. But even still, even wide or narrow,
Anjing, bangsat. Task Manager, Google Chrome 900 udah biasa, Discord. Fuck. Naon nih anjing. Serah tai, terserah tai. Ngerti aing anjing, cabut deh goblok. Plok. Naon nih bangsat. Bakal aku restart anjing, manya bisa aing kudu kada restart bangsat. Anjing. Hayang naon si tai? Hah? Hayang naon?
uh